Oh, it feels so good to be back on the bike again. It's been a long winter. It's March 31st. Finally, the roads are getting dry enough to actually be able to ride on them. The slush is mostly gone. I've had almost 200 inches of snow this winter, and with not much melting, as you can see by the banks and all the snow everywhere. But hey, on a positive note, it's 44 degrees outside. The sun could be out, but I'm not going to complain still. And I'm on a new bike. I am on the Vanpowers Urban Glide Ultra, which is a class 1 e-bike, so no throttle. It's got an 8-speed gear train and a mid-drive Bafang M600 drive system. And so far, it feels really smooth. Good morning.
Hey, how you doing?
Oh, it's still a little chilly though. I'm not gonna say otherwise. But hey, I wanted to get out for a ride. It's been way too long. Winter came in quick on me, and it has just been relentless. So now that I can get out, turn the pedals a little bit, new bike just gets that motivation going even more. So it's time to make some more videos for you guys. This bike is really smooth. The last bike I rode last fall was the Wired Freedom. So I kind of went from one extreme to the other as far as riding this bike. I do have another new bike on order. That is the electric X-Peak 2. So I'm kind of curious to see how that bike does. You guys know I really liked my GoTrax Tundra, but it had some shortcomings to it. Yeah, we'll ride down this way. It had some shortcomings, mostly the fork. The brakes were really horrible on it. And customer service just really wasn't there. That bike, my green GoTrax Tundra, we actually had someone in our town that was hard up, lost their job, was trying to get another one, and they had to walk 7 miles into town just to put in job applications and stuff. So I ended up actually giving him my GoTrax Tundra, and he had a way to get into town, ended up getting a job for the winter as a ski lift operator, and actually rode that bike through the snow all winter long to get to work. So I figured, you know what, it's time to get another class 3 style fat tire bike. I liked the Freedom, but it was almost kind of a one-trick pony, I guess you could say. It was great at going fast, terrible at everything else. It was big, heavy, clunky. Riding slow on the bike paths was horrible. And with my wife having a XP4, it wasn't a good balance between the two. So I sold that to a good friend of mine, and I ordered the X-Peak 2 to ride with her XP4. So as soon as that gets here, I'll do some videos on that. I'll take her off-road, see what it does. And I'm also looking forward to doing a comparison video between the XP4 and the X-Peak 2, because I've seen online, reading through the groups, that a lot of people are asking, which one should I get? And both of them, I have a feeling, are a great bike. I know my wife's XP4 is actually a lot of fun to ride. I'm just a bigger guy. I'm 6'3", and I just wanted something I could do a little bit more off-road with. So that should be here within the week, I imagine. And we can take that one out and see what it does. But as far as those Vanpowers goes, they had them $2,400 when they first came out. They put them on sale for $14.99. And then it popped up a Facebook ad where you could get $500 off of that. So it was $999 delivered to my door. Like, how can you beat that for a mid-drive class 1? This bike rides really nice. Front suspension, hydraulic disc brakes. It's got 27.5-inch tires with a nice smooth rolling tread. It's got a big battery in it, and the M600 mid-drive, that's got some power to it. it really surprised me on a couple of the hill climbs I've already ran up with it, that yeah, you've got to gear it down because being a mid-drive, you're running through the gear system, but it's a little billy goat climbing the hills. And if you're looking for something that can just ride comfortably, you like to do bike pass or commute around a smaller town, you don't want a big bulky bike, this is actually a really great choice, especially at the $1,000 price range. Like, I haven't seen anything even remotely close to that. Nice color display. I mean, yeah, it's class 1. You don't have a throttle. It's pedal assist only. And you're limited to 20 miles per hour. But for a lot of people, they don't need more than that. They want something that's easy to ride, easy to handle. They can run some errands around town on it. Or they want to run on the multi-use pathways. I mean, it checks all those boxes really well. I did add my favorite seat to it and my SR Sun Tour dropper post. Other than that, it does come with a Zoom suspension seat post, but I'm not a huge fan of that style. I like the Cadillac ride that you get with the SR Sun Tour suspension seat posts. And other than that, this bike is completely stock. I mean, I just slid out their seat, put my seat into it, same seat post diameter. So it was a 2-second deal. And the nice thing is the X-Peak 2 also has the same size seat post. So I could just transfer my seat right over to that one. Show you guys the river. It's flowing good now with all the snow melt. I love getting a ride out here. I've missed this so much. Like I said, it's such a long winter. The winter prior, I tried riding the Wired Freedom in the snow, and that bike is just so big and heavy, it did not really work out super well. So this year I kind of just took winter off. I focused on other things I had to do in my business and just put the nose to the grindstone, as they say, and got a lot accomplished. But now that we're starting to get warmer weather and some snow melt and new bikes are showing up, I am just ready and itching to go ride. So I figured for this quick little ride, I'd bring you guys along for my 2026 channel kickstart for the season. And we'll have lots of things in store this year. We got new bikes, got some new accessories. I just got another new bike rack in. I'm excited to show you guys. None of the stuff too, I wanted to just add, nobody gave me anything that I've got now. Everything I'm doing videos on and showing you guys is stuff that I bought with my own money. And I just want to give you my experience with it and what I think. And I feel pretty unique that I can show you riding in crappy weather conditions, and I can show you riding on crappy roads, and I can show you riding in a town. I live in a small town of only 1,000 people, and I'm 7 miles outside of that town. So I can show you what it's like to commute into town and do some errands and get some groceries, and especially the way gas prices are, I see my truck just staying home a lot this summer. Looks like the roads are tore up just a little bit from winter, but they've already come through once and filled some potholes. They're really not that bad. And I was a little worried with this bike having the smaller, higher pressure tires, which are great for rolling resistance. I mean, this thing's just coasting really nice. But I was kind of worried about the ride. But you know what? Between the suspension seat post and the suspension fork on the front, it's got some really nice grips on it that are soft, and it's actually got like a, on the underside where your fingers go, it's actually extra soft right there, and they actually feel really good. I like them. And the micro shift on this bike shifts crisp and smooth. I didn't have to adjust a single screw out of the box for the shifting. Came packaged well. I'm telling you guys, for $9.99, if you can find that deal on Facebook or wherever. I mean, they were running ads like mad for all their bikes, $500 off. Like, jump on it. If you're looking for a good little class 1 e-bike, a nice little solid commuter bike, It doesn't break the bank. I don't see how you can go wrong with this bike. I'm pleasantly surprised by it. I mean, you can just hear how quiet it is. All you just hear is a little bit of tire noise for the most part, just a faint little whine from the motor. Just lets you know that it's on, basically. Like here's a bump right here, nice and smooth. You can hear how crisp those shifts are. And I'm only in power mode 2 out of 5. It's easy to run it right up to 20 miles per hour. I've got 3.1 miles on it so far and still 97% battery left. And it's cold. The batteries don't like the cold, and it just doesn't care. It just still chugging along. And with bikes, it's always getting the right tool for the job, right? So if you're running the pavement 95% of the time, and you don't need to go faster than 20 miles per hour, and you don't need a throttle because you like to pedal like I do, there's nothing wrong with buying a Class 1 e-bike. And I don't think you need to spend thousands upon thousands of dollars for a Class 1 e-bike to get something that's quality. It's dirty, but it doesn't care. Like I said, the weather's not the greatest, but this is it. This is the Vanpowers Ultra Glide. And I am quite happy with it. I did add a little $12 Amazon bag just so I could carry some stuff with me. But you can see, I mean, it was sloppy, slimy riding through some stuff on a dirt road yesterday. And the fenders did a pretty good job. Tires are dirty, a little bit at the very bottom of the down tube there. But I didn't get dirty at all. And it handled it no problem. So yeah, guys, that's the Vanpowers Urban Glide Ultra. Like I said, if you can find the deal, even at the $1,500 price, I'd say it's way worth it. Comes with a 4-amp charger, so it charges really fast too. Lights are nice and bright. I will say it doesn't have a brake light, which is a little disappointing, but that's because it doesn't have motor cutoff sensors on the brakes. So it doesn't know when you're braking. Being a mid-drive, it doesn't need that. But Tektro hydraulic brakes, I mean, how can you go wrong? So power level 3, 4, 5. Pedaling's pretty much effortless now. Got 3.5 miles on this ride so far, 96%. This bike will just cruise all day at this speed. Nice and easy. A little wet right there. No water came up at all. And what's nice is it'll show you how much power it's actually putting out. So even though I'm in power level 5, it's not putting out all that power all the time. So you can leave it at a high power level. And look, I'm gonna back off the pedals and I can slow right down, no problem. But when I need it, give it a little bit more, and then she boosts right back up again. That's the benefits of a torque sensor versus a cadence sensor where it's all or nothing just by turning the pedals. Power level 5, you can hear it's still nice and quiet. This is a slight incline here, no problem. I know this bike's been out for a little while, but sometimes that's the best deals to get is when the bikes have been out for a little while. Not when they first are announced. This bike was $2,400 when it was first announced. And you can buy it for $999 delivered to your door right now. Like, what a value. And there's nothing out new that beats this bike. It's the same. Like, you get a great mid-drive motor, you get a big battery, you get a well-built bike, you get through axle in the front, Tektro brakes. I mean, it's got all the stuff that you'd find on the market in 2026 now. So yeah, buy one a year or two older and get that discount and ride the wheels off of it. Yesterday was my first real day of riding, and I put 20 miles on this bike yesterday, and I should have recorded it. But it started as I put the bike together, and I was just gonna go for a quick little shakedown run and just make sure the brakes were all adjusted okay and the shifting was fine and everything else. And then once I left and I started riding, I just didn't want to come home. So before I knew it, I put in 20 miles. And I didn't record any of it. I kind of feel bad about that. See, like this hill, I'm a little tougher. Give her a little kick down. Now that mid-drive can use the benefit of the gears. And I didn't have to turn my power level up. It's not a power monster as far as be able to hold 20 miles an hour up hills and stuff. It's not the bike for that, because it's a mid-drive, it's not a hub drive. So it relies on your gearing. But if you want a really smooth riding experience and something that feels really natural with your pedaling, that's where the mid-drive shines. If you're looking to just cruise at high speeds everywhere, you really honestly want a hub drive. That's where those shine. But as far as this nice scenic ride, where you don't want to go real fast because the wind chill is a real thing right now, with the cold coming off of the snowpack, then yeah, go slow, enjoy the ride, take in the views, listen to the birds. What more could you ask for? This will be a good chance to show you guys a Class 1 e-bike, what it's like to climb a pretty long, kind of steep, gradual hill. Like my Wired Freedom would even slow down quite a bit on this hill by the time you reach the top. So I'm in power mode 5. I'm about gear 7, 6. Here's 5, 4. I'm guessing it only shows 1 through 9. It doesn't actually show you, but I'm kind of in the middle, a little past middle. But it's holding 10 miles an hour up this hill. I'm not putting in a crazy amount of pedal effort. I've already got 30 miles on this bike, and yesterday was my first ride on it, so I haven't wanted to get off of it. And now we're reaching the top of the hill. Like, yeah, it crushed the hill in the way of, it wasn't hard. Was it fast? No, but it still got me to the top of the hill. And it did it without me getting exhausted. You can hear how fast it shifts. And it does have a shift sensor in the motor, so it backs the power off for a split second while it's shifting. So you don't have to stop pedaling. But hey guys, I think I'm gonna cut it off here. I appreciate you riding with me, and I'll catch you on the next one.